How fast can I eat this watermelon? My
Alright, hey guys, I reached my limit on typing on the story, so I'm just going to come on here and talk to you guys directly. I don't want to bore anybody, so instead I'm going to mesmerize you guys with this amazing gameplay. Anyways, the question I want to discuss and answer is, how did you integrate technology, software, hardware, and online into this project? So starting off with our blogging, there were so many challenges. Just let me enlighten you. With uploading our information and images onto the blog themselves, the website we used to upload everything had to have something against me. There was a glitch where anything I copied and pasted from my other sources for things I created turned out as a chart which I copied and pasted one time. One time! I had to work around this by screenshotting anything I needed to copy and paste into the blog, which not only reduced the quality of the image, but also I could not adjust the sizing of anything to my best ability. Eventually, I figured out that I could download the image to my computer and then insert the image, but this took a lot more time. And I always like to move things fast around here. The actual uploading of the blogs themselves weren't too bad though. The only issue I can mention is the cooldown for uploading these blogs. You can have a certain amount of blogs you can post in a period of time, so sometimes I'd have to wait in order to post something, and by that time, I may have already been working on something else. Other than that though, the blogs should be pretty well. Moving on to the videos I had to put on the blogs, I uploaded these via YouTube. I felt like I couldn't catch a break from anything. In our film, we use music and sound effects from YouTube, meaning that this has resulted in copyright. I found the creators of all music and sound effects that were used and emailed them requesting permission to use these in our film. All of our emails were responded to with permission due to the general newness of our film. YouTube was also giving me a hard time itself. When posting each video, there was an option if the video was intended for children or not, and every time I selected the yes button, I thought that would stop my videos from being restricted on the blog on my computer. Nope. Because of the content of our film and with gambling, YouTube viewed these video as inappropriate and just had to be blocked. All was well though, because at the end of the day, all I had to do was view my blog website on another device that was not my school-issued computer. With all these film clips and ideas that flowed through the team, we had to have a way to communicate. That is where our group chat came into clutch. We created this group chat on messages, and let me tell you, it was the best idea for our group yet. Not only could we discuss moves we wanted to make or ideas we came up with, but after creating them, we were able to give direct feedback instead of just going with whatever is created. Similarly, on our computers, we also created a Google Drive folder in order to share documents and merchandise we made. This Google folder came in clutch as well because some things we needed to share were on our computers rather than our phones, so having a way to easily share and access each other's work was very essential to the success of our project. Moving on to the storing of the actual film clips themselves, we did most of our recording on one phone in order to limit the amount of back and forth we would have to do in order to get all the clips in order. The reason I say most of the recording is because the main device we ended up using ran out of battery through the process. This was not a super big deal because there was only a few clips that I had to share in our group chat, but it could have ended up being much worse. Moving on to one of the most important parts of our film, the logos and credits. We had some help with these with our good friend Albert Ignacio. This stands for AI, or Artificial Intelligence. We found a website called HaluAI, and it's pretty sweet. It allowed us 12 free videos per person, which we used to create our genre-based logo. We input what we want to this website, we had to make sure to be extra specific, and boom, free video logo. Now, I wish it was as simple as this. Yes, we may have had a general idea of what we wanted our logos to look like, but when I say we had to be extra specific, I mean it times like 100. The first time for the logo is always somewhat what we're looking for, but refining the script of what AI reads is always just as important. With us only having 12 free videos, we had to make sure we got it down by the 12th try. Overall, the refining of our script allowed us to get it long before the 12th try and get our desired product of a logo. As for our corporate logo, we decided to design this on Canva. We decided to put a prompt into Canva AI just for the image of our logo. For the actual moving part of the logo in our film, we used CapCut in order to put our logo into motion, but I'll get back to CapCut later. Finally came our credits. We chose to do something fairly simple for our credits. With the theme being poker and the poker chips being a key part to poker, what better way to say who was in the film than adding a text to a couple of chips? First, I downloaded pictures of poker chips off the internet. Then, I used Adobe Express in order to remove the background of these images. After this, I used an app on my phone called iMovie to put these picture of poker chips into motion. It was quite simple, since all I used was a template in order to make the poker chips move around the screen, and use CapCut, once again, in order to add the letters for who all was in our film. Now, for the big reveal of CapCut. I owe everything in the film to CapCut. In order to combine any clips, change the volume on clips, add sound effects, music, literally anything, we had to use CapCut. I'm actually using CapCut right now to edit this video because how else would I be able to edit my voice over me absolutely cooking in this game? CapCut has many different filters that allow us to fade in and out of shots, change the overall lighting of a shot, and many more. Overall, CapCut was the only reason we got anything done. CapCut, if you see this story, please sponsor us for our next film we create. Please, CapCut. Okay, anyways, thanks you guys for listening to my rant about my film. If any of you have not already seen the film and want to, hit me up. I'd be happy to send you guys our masterpiece. Peace out.